I'm Priscilla Barrera with the Investing News Network, and here with me today is Alex Cheeseman, who's General Manager of Marketing at Altura Mining. Alex, thank you so much for being with us today.
Priscilla, it's great to see you again. Thanks.
All right, so we are almost at the end of 2019. To start, I wanted to ask you, did the market perform as you expected at the end of last year? Did anything surprise you?
I think for me personally, I'm fairly new into the role from the beginning of this year, so I suppose we've looked at 2019 like everyone else has. It's been a very challenging year for all elements of the lithium supply chain. I think for Altura, our focus has really been on our company and moving from project into commissioning and into operations. So as a business, we've done that very well. We declared commercial production in March. We achieved effectively nameplate capacity in October with our record production month of the year. And we've had increasing sales and exports throughout the year as well. So it has been challenging, but as a business, we've done exceptionally well.
Right, and we're here at the Benchmark Minerals Week. The Cathodes Conference is wrapping up. I just wanted to ask you, what are your main takeaways from this conference?
I think the conference has been very good. We've seen a range of presenters, a lot on the battery supply side yesterday, and today's been really interesting just in terms of some of the novel applications and sort of future technology and use cases. Everyone shares the same sentiment that the market has been challenging this year. I think from our perspective, coming from Australia and then talking to companies that are operating in America or Europe or Canada, it is a bit reassuring that everyone is seeing the same challenges and obviously tackling them in similar ways. So that's been really useful for us.
All right, and you're mentioning this. It's been a challenging year for everyone, including Altura Mining. What is one lesson you've learned in this season?
I think probably one of the biggest things we've done and been successful in this year has been our offtake diversification. And not just diversifying in terms of setting new contracts, but all of our businesses with Chinese businesses and maintaining the relationships and being able to have, I suppose, business conversations with people that are becoming strong business partners rather than just pure trading entities. That's something that, again, I think we've done quite well this year and has helped us to maintain those sales forecasts and deliver against them. So.
All right, and where do we go from here? What's your strategy into 2020, and what makes you believe that Altura will survive this down season?
One of the things that we're really focusing on at the moment, and as I mentioned, we achieved nameplate production in October. Getting our volumes up means that we lower our cost per tonne. So a focus on lowering our operating cost and being, one of, if not the lowest cost producers of hard rock out of Western Australia. We don't count Greenbushes in that mix, but of all the new players, that's our focus, to make sure that our operating costs are as low as possible to be able to have a buffer as the prices do come down. I think, and we heard it from General Lithium yesterday, that we're naturally at a bottom. There's not a lot of movement in pricing any further down. So if it is, then it will be severely damaging to a number of parties throughout the whole supply chain. So we'll focus on just trying to be the best operationally that we can, and that's sort of our strategy to move forward.
All right, and my last question for you today. We know that the 2020 decade, it's going to be interesting. We'll see a lot of developments in the next decade. At least that's what everybody expects. I just wanted to ask you, considering that and everything you expect from the market, if you had to define that in one word, what would it be and why?
It's a good question. I think, and it's probably been said before, but volatile is probably the word that I'll use. And I'm hoping that we're seeing obviously a lot of volatility at the moment with pricing and companies, a lot of M&A activity, a lot of small juniors throughout the supply chain sort of being taken out. And hopefully, while I say volatile, hopefully that will smooth out as the years progress, because it's not sustainable. So volatile in the first few years, and then hopefully getting to a more mature, steady state supply and market in the back end of sort of 2025 onwards.
All right, Alex, thank you so much for being with us today.
Pleasure, thank you.
All right, once again, I'm Priscilla Barrera with the Investing News Network, and here with me today is Alex Cheeseman, who's General Manager of Marketing at Altura Mining.